also realized that one of the things about dysphoria that also adds to it is the social aspect of it, how we interact with our peers and how people perceive us, and all those other relations that also come together to build our image, our internal image of ourselves, how we view ourselves. And I realize for some of us, a trigger greater than just our reflection is this social aspect of it. And, just generally being unhappy with the life we have created, unhappy with the communities we occupy spaces in, unhappy with the perception it gathers, as those around us can also affect how our gender is perceived by others. Like I said, I used to spend a lot of time around lesbians, and yeah, it did at times get me regarded as a bush lesbian, but if I was around other people in a different group, I might have just been perceived as a little boy. That the perception changed, but you know what didn't? Me. I didn't change in either of those situations. I was still myself, regardless of where I was. But people looking at everyone else and looking at me, they assume. And I can't help their assumptions. Neither do I care to help their assumptions. People are going to think what they want to, regardless of who I am and what I actually, who I actually identify as, what I actually do. But what I'm saying is, it really doesn't matter what other people see when they look and they see you. It matters more about how strongly are you standing within yourself, because a lot of times when you are the things that you want to be, the things you believe you are, people recognize that. So creation, beautiful, beautiful creation. I want you to know this. Your gender, your identity, you, all those things is not dependent upon another's perception of it. Just like I might look at a tree and think it's an aspen tree, but it's actually, I don't know, redwood or something. It doesn't change what the tree actually is, but I looked at it and thought wrong, but it doesn't change what the tree really is. And like I said, I know it's it's a huge matter to a lot of people, and for other people to receive it wholly. But listen, this is all truth, and I wouldn't tell you if I didn't believe it myself or if I didn't come to this understanding by experience. When you possess that knowing of yourself, no one else can take it from you. No one else can define it, and no one can deny it. There's nothing anyone can do to shake you when you're strong within yourself. And I want you to do so, become that way, not for not solely for the reason of, having that ability to not be shaken by people, to, for people to know who you are, but so you can know who you are, so you will know yourself. Do it for that reason. This knowing will come to be once you truly want to know you as you are and have been, and not based upon your assumptions of yourself, upon old memories that no longer apply, or someone else's idea. Get to know you. So, really approach yourself without judgment. When you look in the mirror, don't look in the mirror to judge yourself. Look in the mirror to see your reflection. Approach yourself without assumption. Don't assume to know your limits. Don't assume to know everything about yourself, because you might surprise yourself if you just allow yourself to do these things that were outside of your comfort zones, or things that were outside of what your usual thinking is. And I want people to realize, when you keep living your life a certain way and you keep getting certain results, you're going to keep getting those results if you keep doing the certain things. So you're going to have to change something, either your mind or your situation. You're going to have to change something in order to get different results. And it might be hard to let go, but you have to trade something of equal value in order to get that. So you want a new life, but the life you're living now is very valuable to you. You're not going to get that new life because you're not going to let it go. You're not going to make the changes that you need to. But if you can sit here and you can change the things about now that you need to change in order to get what you want later, it will come. And if you really want this acceptance of yourself, this love and all this, you're going to have to let go of dysphoria. I know we might be in a position where we feel like dysphoria has us, but it doesn't. It does not have us. We have it. Okay, we possess that. We allow it the room and space to be and to grow and to keep aggravating itself and to keep cycling and happening. Okay, but I want you to know that you are responsible for that. And that's not to say you're a bad person because you do have it. It's not to say there's something wrong with you. No, it's something that happens when we live in the conditions that we do, the conditions that we create for ourselves, and the conditions that others also add to. So I want to say, for social discomforts, the answer is simple. You have to change your mind, or you have to change your situation. And you have to understand what about your situation makes you uncomfortable. Is it them, your friends? Or is it you, or how people perceive you when you're all together with your friends? And if you did change circles, what would change that would be so much better than where you are now? If you changed your friends or who you hung with, What's going to change? Okay, people will perceive you differently, but you changed your group, the people you hung around, for the purpose of changing how people register what they thought when they saw you. But what about you? Has anything changed there? You know, are you even happy with these new friends, or are you just collecting them for the purpose of, projecting a certain image? And that's what I want people to realize is that, yeah, they say fake it till you make it, but at the same time, it's not even just faking it, it's working towards it. It's doing it, like this quote, I believe it's I can't remember it exactly. It says, if a person wants to be this or that, like a famous fashion designer, they have to embody those traits that a famous fashion designer might have. Now, the things that will make them be what it is they want to be, they have to start to embody those things. If tomorrow you want to love yourself, today you have to love yourself. Okay, and you if you listen to yourself, you'll find the things that will help you do that. You really just have to stop all the chatter. Let's just take a moment to stop and pause and think. What am I thinking right now? When I think of myself, what do I think about? What words do I associate with myself? Do I agree with all the words that I associate with myself? Why are these the words that I associate with myself? What can I do to change that? Really everything that you have that you don't like, you have to do the opposite of. Like, just like I used to have a lot of negative thoughts, and someone said to me, you don't think good thoughts. And I said, you know what, you're right, I'm going to change that. And when I had a negative thought, I replaced it with a positive one. If I started thinking something negative, I said, okay, what's something positive that I can say? And when I did that, I saw that I was creating energy, and creating energy. I could either create negative energy or I can create positive energy. Which one felt better to me? The positive energy. So that's what the fuck I did. So it took time. It took years to get to this point. For a very long time, I didn't like myself. I didn't like anything. Yes. What was I saying? Look, all I'm saying is, it's in your hands, Dominic, and to all the others, to myself even. It still has always been and will be in our hands to decide whether or not we want to be happy with ourselves now, without testosterone or with testosterone, with surgeries or without surgeries, with a different name or without a different name. That's up to you to decide if you're satisfied with it or not. But if you are not satisfied with what results you are getting yourself, then you need to change what you're doing that is giving you these results. I understand that you're at this point because you want to make a change, and I applaud you. I admire that, because you got to this point where you're saying, I don't want to feel like this no fucking more. I want to change this shit. Okay? Good job. Really. Good job. Damn good. So, now that you're at this point, you're saying you want to change it. You have to find out how you're going to, and how you're going to change it. It's by changing your situation on your mind. And maybe some of you are too young to start on testosterone, but I want you to first, not put so much value on testosterone. I know it can alleviate a lot for a lot of it. I want you to not put so much value and worth on testosterone, because it's not going to do everything for you. You are. Testosterone is not going to change how you look at yourself. It might change what you see, but it's not going to change how you view yourself. Because like I said many times, there were times where I witnessed my physical changes, but I was still in a certain way of thinking about myself. I had made certain progress, but I was still in a certain way of acting, because I had become so used to that pattern of thinking. And it's not just, like, oh, you have one thought and it never happens again. No, that thought stays with you, and it keeps recreating itself in other ways. And so, you really have to be mindful of the things that you allow into your mental space, and the ways you allow yourself to relate to yourself. So I want to let you know I love you all, and I want you all to be well. So thank you for watching. I will talk to you all later. Peace.